Today, probably the biggest protest yet by local students. Air Tracker 7 over hundreds of those protesters in Aurora near the municipal complex off Alameda, just east of I-225. And while students were protesting, we noticed tweets like this one coming from Aurora PD. Those tweets saying their resources were being called to help block streets and keep students safe, and later policing businesses in that area were locked down. 7 News reporter Jacqueline Allen finding out that wasn't the case. In fact, Jacqueline, there was really never a threat from those student protesters.
Yeah, while those hundreds of students were gathering here in front of the municipal building, Aurora police were tweeting that it would slow down response times and that it was shutting down city buildings. We wanted to find out if that was true.
Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
A rallying cry ending with peaceful protests in Aurora.
It feels so good to be a young adult right now. Like, I feel like I'm using my rights in a good way.
But if you were following the Aurora police Twitter feed, city buildings were being put on lockdown, business was being affected. To make matters worse, responding to this walkout, according to this Aurora police tweet, will delay officers' response to other calls for service. In fact, when there was a homicide reported a few miles away, this spokeswoman says the protests slowed response. I mean, how would that impact responding to this sort of a crime?
It's just finding the resources to make sure they get over here. There are obviously other officers in the city who are still attending other calls, other priority calls, and obviously this is a priority call, so we just have to pull the resources from wherever we can.
So we started asking questions at the courthouse. The head of security tells me they did increase security near the main entrance, but never went on lockdown. Did it affect business at all?
No. Everyone came in and left as normal.
Same story at the library. Never locked down, quote, zero impact. At the city building, a spokeswoman said she hadn't noticed any changes. Even police seemed to pull back, tweeting it only took 3 minutes to respond to the death investigation. So for young people wanting their voices to be heard, yes, they may have blocked streets, but they can't be blamed for shutting down city business or slowing down homicide investigations.
I feel like we really did, as young adults in this world, got our message across. And I feel like everything that's been going on in other states impacts us because we are the future.
Now, an Aurora police spokesman tells me that they told the library and the courts to lock their doors and just assumed that they did. Now, the library tells me that they're busy during that time. The tweets indicated that that would have been about over an hour and a half, and he said the students were very well behaved. So we just spoke to Denver police. This isn't over yet. Within the last 30 minutes, we found out that they are prepared for more possible protests at tomorrow night's Parade of Lights. Reporting live in Aurora, Jacqueline Allen, 7 News.